3 different methods to 3-star the June Qualifier Challenge. Let's help you get the 3 stars. Welcome back to the channel then, guys. I'm your host, Judo Sloth. The June Qualifier Challenge is, without a doubt, the hardest challenge that we have ever been given. That is because it was a base used in the World Championships. In my previous video, I showed you exactly how to mimic the attack by Mechu, but we are not all pro players. And you know I love to help you beat these challenges. Since so many people are struggling, that's why I wanted to revisit it. Method 1. Use your Archer Queen and healers to the right hand side of the army camp. You can use a super wall breaker next to the bomb tower. This will help you get your king into the base. Now, the method I showed you mimicking the attack by Mechu is not included in this list. Use 2 balloons onto the cannon once the air defense falls, and this will allow you to send your Barbarian King in with a little bit less damage. Now you can move across and use your Royal Champion to the left compartment, and once the Archer Tower goes down, I like to use the ability here. That means you get the air defense down, you can send a balloon, 2 rocket balloons, and baby dragons to the left. Now, I did take inspiration from a lot of different people in terms of getting you 3 different methods. As the clan castle troops come across, I like to poison and freeze at the same time. It just gives you a little bit extra security alongside raging your queen. Now you can send the wall wrecker into the town hall exactly how Mechu did in the World Championships. Once the compartment to the left is free of buildings, your 2 super wall breakers will go into the center of the base. At this point, try and deploy your Dragon Riders alongside the Grand Warden, the Rage, and the 2 Headhunters with the ability. You could do this at any stage you feel confident, but I'm trying to get you to deploy them early because the Dragon Riders have enough health, and I did hear a lot of people were struggling with time fails, so this should help. You do have to keep an eye on your queen in the center of the base though. Notice how I used a Rage, I froze the Scatter Shot and the Expo. Anything that helps you keep that queen alive, because generally speaking, the Dragon Riders are pretty good along this side. Make sure you are using your minions as soon as that top area is cleared. Just deploy them all up the top. It means they are free from defenses, they can easily take it out and help you to not time fail. You do have to try and save 1 to 2 spells for the back end single target Inferno. If you can save onto the queen's ability, that is obviously helpful. You can use the spells wherever you feel necessary. Just make sure you are targeting the single target Inferno, because that is difficult. If you know you are safe and you will get through it, I would recommend trying to freeze the multi in the center of the base or the air defense to protect your Dragon Riders. In the end, this one should help you to push in with a hero dive type attack, but I've got 2 other methods so that you will definitely get this done, because I really like to help you guys out and I don't like to see when people have not completed it. Method 2 is all about the queen charge. I like to use a minion first to try and snipe off this elixir collector. Then you've got your archer queen, healers, and super wall break to get her into the base. Use an early rage spell in order to allow you to send in 1 balloon and 2 rocket balloons once the archer tower has fallen. That means that you can snipe the air defense and deploy your baby dragon. Now you're also going to send in your wall wrecker early. Wall wrecker for the town hall, but it opens up access for your queen to get to the single. Barbarian King on the outside of the base, and double check the elixir collector went down. You need the king into the base, so you may have to commit a wizard here. Once the archer tower by the town hall locks onto the wall wrecker, feel free to use a couple of balloons to snipe it off, but once the clan castle troops are lured, rage your queen, freeze the headhunters, if you can the royal champion as well, and poison them. Now you can use a wall break to get the compartment open, and this is just so you can send a wall break into the core later. I like to use a freeze onto the expo and the multi. This is mainly because sometimes the multi inferno locks onto your healers, and I found it a little bit more reliable for this method. You might have to freeze it twice, but just assure that the king gets through this area, and you need to keep your focus on the queen. So I like to rage her when she gets next to the barbarian king. Generally you have a couple of seconds here as she's taking out the king to deploy the dragon riders, the grand warden with a rage, the ability, and the headhunters. But keep an eye on the queen. As soon as the single locks on, you need to be freezing it. use your minions as part of that cleanup, and you will probably need to use your queen's ability or the invisibility spell to get her through the single target inferno for that second time. If you can save onto the invisibility, I like to use it for the royal champion, but you can be flexible at this stage. As long as you've charged the queen down into that compartment, protected her ability and kept her alive through the barbarian king and the single inferno, again, the dragon riders are pretty easy from this right hand side. There's nothing that is a threat to them. That's why, generally speaking, any method uses the dragon riders on the right, and the charges are what change the attack method. Now, I have another one that I find is probably the easiest depending on your level of ability. The reason I like this method is it is very similar to the attack by Mechu with a couple of tweaks. Because the wall wrecker is actually safe to get to the town hall, the reason Mechu used it where he did is he did not know where the traps were. And obviously when I showed you how to replicate his attack, that is what we did. So send the wall wrecker straight to the town hall, snipe the archer tower with it, rage the queen, getting her into this compartment alongside the Coco Loon, exactly like Mechu did. Once the clan castle troops come out, try and freeze the headhunters alongside the expo. Do not use the poison yet, because I found the queen can get through the headhunters easily, and if you can poison on top of your queen, it means you can take all of the lava pups out easier and help her through. Again, for security with this method, I have found another rage spell here. Just means your queen won't go down as you use your barbarian king and the wall break and the royal champion up to the north. Turn the royal champion invisible when she gets close to the eagle, just to keep her alive that little bit. You can send in a couple of cleanup minions if you wish early, but basically you are doing a similar three-pronged approach with your heroes. Use the king's ability because you need to get through this area. Again, keep an eye on your queen and that charge though, because she has to stay alive and you can wall break into the core. At this stage, sometimes the queen walks back out and follows where the wall wrecker opened. If she does, that's great. If not, she will beat through the wall, and the rest is relatively the same. The dragon riders with the rage and the headhunters and the warden ability helps you get the queen, and you can use the spells wherever necessary. But again, that single target inferno is so crucial. I was practicing methods of trying to get in towards the single, but they just weren't as reliable, to be honest. So raging the queen, you don't have to worry about raging the dragon riders. Just keep your queen alive, freeze that single target inferno, and if you can use the rocket balloons down to the bottom defenses, because you've got them left over, to just eliminate a little bit of damage from your queen. Again, making sure that the minions are in. And whilst I showed you the strategy previously by Mechu, I'm sure a lot of you already did complete it using that method. You can let me know down in the comments. Also let me know which method of this you found helpful. And I did find within the last challenge, I wanted to show you how to replicate the attack. I thought it would be cool to use a pro player's attack. I apologize if anybody did not get the strategy done, but again, I feel it is because it is a pro level base. It's a Town Hall 14, and we are not all Town Hall 14 players. So I really hope that helped you get this one done. If you do want to see the attack where you can mimic Mechu, I've got it linked on your screen alongside the subscribe button. Hopefully you can crush the 3 stars now, my friends. I will see you in the next video.